DJ and PK, the Utah Jazz went down to defeat last night. They lost to the Warriors 140-124. Steph Curry, 27 points in the win. It brings up the question with his career almost all over here.
What are you, Hot Rod Huntley?
Yeah, exactly. Ode to Hot Rod right there. Where does he rank on the list of all-timers? Michael says he's in the 10 to 15 range. He's the greatest three-point shooter of all time.
He's got to be higher than 15. We have these debates on these GOATs, right?
Uh-huh.
And I think Brady, for a long time, it was quarterbacks. And Brady, now that he's done...
Kind of wrecked the discussion.
To a large degree. And now we want to go who's number two.
Right.
Right? And that's still, to me, I'd go Elway.
Yeah.
I love Elway. I've always loved him. I loved him when he played at Granada Hills High School. I knew of him. As a 16-year-old.
There's a documentary, and I don't know where it is. I saw it. It's out. This probably lives somewhere on YouTube or something. And they have video, and he was throwing passes in high school
I saw him.
that you would think were like, wait a minute, is that AI? But he did it.
I was spending a lot of time over there when he was in high school.
Yeah.
A real good friend of mine went to his rival high school. It was Kennedy in Granada Hills Mm-hmm. Tom Ramsey was the quarterback for Kennedy. He went on, too.
He went on, played at UCLA.
Yeah. And so I was made aware of that at a very young age. And I have no bias. I'm not a Bronco fan. I'm not a Stanford fan.
Right.
I just call it.
But to see a high school quarterback throw a ball 65 yards on the money.
Yeah.
And he got there in a hurry.
And he comes in relief of the L.A. City Baseball, which they play at Dodger Stadium in the finals. He beats Crenshaw, which has 2 or 3 major leaguers. Chris Brown, you may have heard of him. If not him, you've heard of Darryl Strawberry. And Elway does his thing. And then he didn't play basketball that year. And I read a quote that the high school basketball coach said, well, we would have won the city title if he would have played. And so, I mean, obviously, Yankees drafted him. And
yeah.
So he was an incredible player. But I think Brady is separated. But there's very few categories where you can say this guy definitively is that. Now, I think we have it with Jerry Rice. We can say definitively now, fortunately for him, he plays with 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks, which goes a long way, but nevertheless, so what?
Jerry Rice GOAT.
Yeah, and I think
Gretzky, even though he's lost the goals record now, still the points, the assists, he's still so far out in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Secretariat, horse racing GOAT. I'm just trying to think who GOATs are. You know how many? There's a bunch of categories where you can't argue it, and then there's a bunch where you can.
I think you can have subcategories.
Well, that's what we do in the NBA with these lists. Nobody's going to argue Steph Curry's number 1.
Right. So definitively, he's the greatest shooter of all time.
Yes.
I think we're all comfortable saying
Definitive.
that.
Yes, right? We don't need to debate that.
Mariano Rivera.
Greatest closer of all time.
Can we not say that?
Yeah. That's a little Jerry Rice-ish in that he had the opportunity because of the rest of the team. But man, when he went out on the when he went out on the mound, like, well, this is over. And the one time in his career that I think where it really mattered and it wasn't over, even that, it wasn't like it was crushed. It was the flare behind second base
A couple
to
of
fell
hits
in.
had led to it, but yeah.
Yeah. They were better contact than.
Yeah. And so you have that, but it wasn't like he was shelled big time. Yeah. I get your point. So in the subcategory of greatest shooter, I think you have to go with Curry.
Yes.
I just don't see. There's other guys who can fit in that. Reggie Miller would come to mind.
Reggie Miller's great. Ray Allen's great. And we can list big shots these guys hit. But Steph, too many total shots, too many big shots, too many championships. Just
Yak, you have the opportunity with the word shots to play the tune.
What page is it on, Yak? That one's buried. We haven't heard that in a while. See, he can't even find it.
That's worth a Grammy for Johnny.
Johnny. I mean, it's a vote, and we don't get into those things, but we know Johnny, so we'd make an exception.
Yeah.
There it is.
Shooters.
Shooters.
Shooters. Shooters.
Shooters. Too many shooters. Too many shots. Not enough shots to go around for all the shooters. Shooters. Too many shooters. Too many shots. Not enough shots to go around for all the shooters.
That was Whitey White.
Not enough shots to go around for all the shooters.
Yeah,
when I listen to that, I think one thing. I think Johnny's got too much time on his hands.
I think Whitey White is an outstanding rapper.
Too many shooters, too many shots, not enough shots to go around for all the shooters.
Yeah, that's the acoustic version.
That was.
But sometimes you get the music first. Sometimes you get the lyrics.
It was a treat to be able to do that in the generation when MTV still had us great artists in to do their acoustic shows.
Yeah.
So that time's come and gone now. I'm glad my timing was good on that.
Yeah, I mean, Whitey White stripped.
Soda has some more work to do before we get to that.
This has nothing to do with discarding clothing.
Oh, okay.
Stone's got there's several guys got album groups that call it stripped. It is. This is not PK Take It Off, baby. No,
all right.
No.
We'll leave that to you.
Right. Thankfully.
Guy.
PK Take It Off,
for
baby.
multiple reasons, I might add. But with that
He's
in mind.
got that one handy.
Yeah.
None of this, I have to find it.
The shooters one had been moved off the page to make room
Clearly.
for some other
Yeah,
ones.
I know, right.
So
something more demeaning,
Curry
I hope.
has established himself as that. And I think he's got to go top 10. And to me, if you're top 10 all time, overall, that's good enough. But what a shooter, man. What a player. Slight dude.
And that's why some people put him in the top 10 and other people won't. Is it to get to the top 10, you got to dominate at both ends of the floor, and he couldn't come anywhere near dominating at the other end of the floor. You love yourself some Kobe, with good reason.
Oh, yeah.
Kobe could dominate at both ends of the floor. But, he had the size and the wingspan.
Right,
you got to have that.
With
exactly.
the frame.
Right. And a lot of these top 10 lists, almost half of them are centers. So they're going to dominate at both ends of the floor in a way. It's just going to be hard to match. So I can see where putting him in the top 10 is tough.
Not
because
for me.
if you're, in my mind, I always try to put these guys, okay, it's a one-on-one battle, and the game is on the line. And Jordan and Kobe are probably two of the shorter all-timers. If you're going top 10, how many all-timers are there under 6'9"? Maybe Oscar Robertson would be another guy who'd come to mind.
Yeah,
and Curry's smaller than those guys.
Is he defendable?
No, at the offensive end, and that's why Steph Curry is in the top.
Nobody remembers great defensive stops.
But I think
everybody remembers game winners.
And people remember shot blockers. Oh, well, when it comes to game winners, if you have one shot to make for your life, the ball, your life is in good hands when Steph Curry has the ball. That guy's made a lot of big shots.
And it's a shame he's at the end of his career because his nickname should be Allstate.
Okay. It's a little late to come up with that, but give it a shot. You've done more with less.
Well, you did it, not me.
I know, but you're the one who's
you
going to
just
take a
said
run
you'd
with
want the ball in you're in good hands. You just said it, not me.
So who are your top 10? Who do you leave out?
I haven't doped out a top 10, but I got to have him in there because shooting is the most important aspect of basketball. You like to make it tougher than it is, and good for you. And because you're a purist, I'm not. I have no attachment to the game beyond fandom. I have no emotional connection beyond sitting there watching basketball. I watched minimum 65, 70 Knick games when I was growing up. I had a little black and white TV, and I didn't watch any TV. I didn't watch
shows.
It just didn't do it for me, even when I was a kid.
Even you couldn't watch half-hour sitcoms, hour dramas. Nope.
I liked, sure.
Outside of Saved by the Bell.
But I wasn't a kid then. I was a little older.
Adult.
Sure. The Friday night stuff, but not at the expense of the Knicks. No.
Yeah.
No,
you were lucky you grew up with the talent with sports on TV on weeknights
every night.
Because in that era,
Well, we had and the Nets were playing. I saw Julius Erving as an ABA player.
Oh man, Padre road games from Dodger Stadium. That was it. Because they did them over phone lines, I guess. The satellites were too expensive.
No.
So we didn't get a lot of
Channel 9 and Channel 11.
Yeah.
Knicks, Yankees, Mets. Yeah. And maybe that was it. Maybe because it was the market that I grew up in.
Yeah.
And
you had so much sports.
I just didn't care about anything else. So I became absorbed with that stuff. And I watched them, but I never really latched on, they're my team, do or die. I just always enjoyed watching people compete and doing it myself, watching competing. So I couldn't wait for baseball season to be able to be outside, man. And I could play catch. I could throw the ball. I created dirt spots in the backyard, And
Dad always loved that.
Yeah.
Yes, we did the same thing.
Right.
Second base, everybody's pivoting. That got worn.
And my parents, to their credit, they never said a thing. They didn't care. They did not care. And grateful for that we had literal dirt spots in the grass. And so, yeah, that's where it was at. So I feel like I've watched a ton of basketball, and I don't have any individual attachments that would cloud my emotional judgment, but I do have biases, and I just think that big shots, offensively, it's where it's at. And so I'm not a true basketball purist where you practice is where you get better and you gotta practice without a basketball. No, get a basketball. It's like anybody who has a baseball practice and doesn't hit, you're doing it wrong. Because you've got to hit.
Yeah. Anybody who played high school basketball dreads the ball's on the side, hit the baseline. Like, either we're running sprints or it's some defensive drill without the ball, and that part of practice.
And those are important.
I know, but
shooting is the ultimate. Hitting is the ultimate.
Yeah, no 15-year-old's getting fired up about that part of practice.
And so, I'm not that purist. And I look at these teams that win, they usually shoot the ball really well. And so the most important aspect of the game, he does it the best. How can I not have him in my top 10?
Because all those guys score a bazillion points and made big shots.
He's the best at it.
And they can defend and impact the game other ways, and it matters.
And there's a spot for them.
Right. Well, and that's why you kept them out of your top 5. You went to top 10. I mean, you're kind of acknowledging the argument. You're just going to draw the line sooner.
Would I take Kobe Jordan over Steph Curry? Absolutely.
Right.
Yes.
Magic?
Yes.
Bird?
Likely.
And we haven't even gotten to any centers yet. That's just going to make it hard to be top 10.
Likely.
That's 5, yeah.
My centers?
Bill Russell.
The problem is I didn't see him, so I have that bias.
Kareem.
I love him.
Wilt.
Didn't see him at his prime. But the statistics are just so overwhelming. I mean, you want to talk about the numbers were astounding.
There it is.
I don't know what Damian Hunter's numbers were, but I know what Wilt's numbers were, even when I was in the womb. I was not seeing them, and those games weren't on TV. But you just look at the numbers. And
Shaq.
I have a problem with Shaq.
So maybe there's a spot in the top 10.
Shaq didn't give me all he had to give.
Oh, left some titles on the table.
And I want guys, when they're done, they are done. Magic had a medical issue, and it was mysterious at the time and all that. So I understand that. Right?
But he played 12 years, and you got 5 titles and 9 trips to the finals.
Yeah. And he left stuff out there. And actually, there was a medical reason.
And one of those 3 years, there was another medical reason. He had knee surgery.
Yeah.
And that jacked up another year.
But Shaq, what do you want to be in life? Now, Shaq looks like he has a pretty good life.
Yeah.
And so he's probably fine with it. But we're talking about ball playing. I want guys that were the ultimate ballers, that just winning drove them beyond breathing. That's where I'm at. That's what, when I look at what really is the exciting aspect of it, that's what I want. I want absolute ballers, right? That they're going to lay it out there in the biggest moments that if they fail. In fact, I just saw a thing on Kobe. I go to post the questions on Facebook, and these things come up, and I look at them. I don't have my own personal Facebook. I'm not into that social media stuff. And he was doing an interview. He was obviously done. And he said, I can live with myself because I know I gave everything I had.
Well, you can't ask for more than that.
Right. And it looks like, and we got to see him up. I interviewed him as a 17-year-old across the street. And the way he looked me in the eye, shook my hand, I thought, oh my gosh. Having no idea that he was going to be the level that he was. But I knew this kid's something special. And he laid it out. And obviously Jordan. What was left in his tank?
Nothing.
Yeah, that's what it's about, man.
Three-peats are so hard to pull off, and he did it twice. Unreal. All right, DJ and PK, when we come back, Cole Bagley, Utah Mammoth Insider for KSL Sports. He will join us, and we will look ahead to the final game of this road trip. It's already been a good trip, but maybe it's a great one. We will talk with him next. Stay with us.